Good morning, good morning. Anybody out there yet? Kind of last minute, short notice live. Just figured I haven't done a morning live yet this week, so figured we'd rock out with a morning live. Of course, we're sporting Spyderco Sage 5 CF. What's your EDC for the day? Hello, hello. Is anybody home? Give it a few minutes for the live to fill up. Good morning, good morning. A little morning motivator, trying to get things going. How are you doing? There's currently zero views, zero viewers in the chat, so we'll give it a few minutes. Drag a few things out while we wait. Carrying the Leatherman Wave Plus as well. Pretty much standard EDC for me. The ProTac Streamlight AAA. Streamlight ProTac AAA, right? Yeah. Got a little morning dyslexia going on. Nothing wrong with that. As well as the waterproof Exotac Fire sleeve with a Bic lighter inside. And for a fixed blade, we are carrying the Phobos Knives Tier 1 Mini. Did a quick short on this morning. I did do it with the leather sheath, but I'm gonna rock the Kydex today. Great EDC pocket fixie. Yeah, great knife. Lately I've been carrying the Tier 1 Mini or the Calcula, but decided to go ahead and use the Tier 1 Mini today. Why not? It's Phobos Friday. Mix it up a little bit, do something different. But how is everybody's morning doing? We got 2 viewers in here. Good morning, good morning. Good to see everybody. Say hello. Hello. Good morning. Kicking back a cup of Joe. The morning coffee there. Can't live without it. But yes, good morning, everyone. We'll see if this fills up or what's going to happen. It usually takes a couple minutes, so patience is a virtue. That's what they say. What a great way to start the day. Just a little patience. We'll give it a bit and see how it goes. So hopefully everybody is doing well. We get a lot of lurkers on this channel. People want to hear what's going on, but don't want to partake in the conversation. No, yeah, they're not. I've never owned any Switchblades. They're not legal in the state of New Hampshire, so I've never owned one. And it just seems to me, yeah, just more springs than things to break. I'm more of a, yeah, I stick to the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. But yeah, sorry, no Switchblades, no OTFs, and no Bala songs. Yeah, there's just the market on those has never been good. They're more novelty than anything else. But I'm more in a quality over quantity, buy once, cry once kind of category. Manual is better. Well, in my opinion, I think manual is better. I know tons of people that have had problems with on even the assisted opening and all that, the springs inside break and everything. And I mean, like, what are you really saving? This is clearly just a standard folder, nothing fancy about it. No springs, none of that. And it's closed and it's open. Like, how much quicker does it need to be? Just a little bit of practice in your free time. And yeah, I've never really seen the point to it. It's just a novelty thing, in my opinion. I mean, they're cool. Don't get me wrong. Anybody who's played with an OTF, I've definitely I've had a few in my hands. The little button, flick. It's kind of like a fidget satisfier thing more than it's more than it's functional. So yeah, it's just I don't know. To each their own, though. You know, if it's something you're into, you know, people are into switchblades and OTFs and balisongs, and just never been my cup of tea. I've done quite well without them, and just makes sense, you know. Um, Occupationally, I'm a bit of a problem solver, so I kind of see things as a problem, and once they're a problem, I'm just like, there's if it can be improved upon, it can be. If not, there's no point. So, and unfortunately, the category of extra springs and things for rapid deployment or easier deployment just really doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it's that quick without it. And if you're really worried about getting the blade out quick, just have it out already and go with a fixed blade. Look, see, it's open now. It's open. It's you know, the same amount of time it takes to take out of the sheath, you can get it out of your pocket or whatever, you know. Yeah, and that's a great reason to use a fixed blade. There's no chance in mucking it up at all. You won't have a whoops, my finger slipped or anything, or yeah, just kind of keep it simple and yeah, yeah, Chance, what do you carry by just out of curiosity? Or is that something you're on the market for? Do you carry a switchblade or an OTF? Like I said, the other major issue is they're not legal in the state of New Hampshire. So there's really no point in me in me buying one if I can't carry it. So, but yeah, long story short, yeah. Manual is better in my opinion, and if you're really worried about getting the blade open that fast, just go with a pocket fixed blade. They're not too much of a size difference sometimes depending on what you get. As you can see here, so carrying this fixed blade, I could have this set up IWB or whatever. I usually carry it, and a lot of times I wear the 511 strike pants. It's got that slick pocket in the front, like right on the front of the thigh, and I will put this sheath in it with the easy clip. So it doesn't get much quicker than that, to be honest. But yeah, what's everybody carrying today? What's your EDC? Just kind of laid mine out a little bit. Other than that, I wear a watch, and I only carry my pocket. Yeah, I only throw my keys in the pocket when I'm going out. It's not something I keep in my pocket all day. And a lot of times I just pocket dump at work. Well, I used to. I used to work as a master parachute rigger for about 23, 24 years. I was a parachute rigger. I jumped for 27 years from 93 until 2020. So most of the time, everything got pocket dumped, and I just throw on a jumpsuit anyhow. So, oh, I bet I have more friends than you think I do. I've got a ton of friends, man. I bet you don't have any though. Starting off with a comment like that, it seemed more like projecting, like you don't want to be the only person without friends. But yeah, I bet you don't have friends. I bet you don't have a girlfriend too. Um, it's a cheap automatic blade with a quick spring. Got it off Amazon. It's held up for well over a year. Oh, that's awesome, man. I mean that it's not like a guaranteed failure, but it's a possible additional failure point above and beyond anything else. So my EDC Spyderco Tenacious and Leatherman Classic. That's sweet. That is sweet. I've looked at the Spyderco Tenacious. Yeah, Leatherman Classics are kind of hard to get now, aren't they? I was EDCing a Leatherman Surge for quite a few years, like maybe 5, 6 years. And it wasn't until just this previous December I switched to the Wave Plus, just as something lighter and more compact. And prior to my Leatherman Surge, I carried a SOG Power Assist, which was great for about a decade. A little over a decade, maybe about 12 years. And then I had some little springy thingies in it break. Actually, I still have it here. There's these right here are messed up because on the inside there was, let's see if we can see it. Right here, where this circle is, there's a little metal plate thing that came down and had little leaf springs or whatever in it. And after like 10, 12 years, and regular daily use, I use this at work virtually daily. And yeah, that's the problem now is, yeah, now it's broken. So these things just flip all over the place. And so that's why I ended up getting a Leatherman Surge. I carried this thing for like better part of like 10, 12 years. Sat on my packing table in the rigging loft at work. But yeah, this finally broke, and the missus, I was looking into, oh, what am I going to get for a multi-tool now? Because it's pretty much a daily use item. And she ended up getting me the Surge. Yeah, this is my Leatherman Surge here. And yeah, I carried this for about 5-6 years. EDC got a little bit bulky, so yeah, that's why I went with the Wave Plus for my EDC. My dad gave me the Leatherman over 20 years ago and has served me well. That's awesome. Yeah, passed down like that from father to son. Yeah, 20 years is a good service life. How many years did your father have it for? Joseph Anderson, good morning. Welcome to the chat. How you doing, brother? Yeah, no. SOG had so many hoops to jump through, it's not even worth it. So, I completely ditched SOG. Yeah, they didn't want to warranty it. Yeah, they didn't want to do anything with it. So it's like, okay, so basically you're telling me I got to go out and buy a new one, and yeah, pretty much. So I went out and bought a new one, and but it ended up being a Leatherman. So, oh, he had it for 1 year, and then he gifted you the classic. This isn't relative to nice, but do people drive more aggressively than usual these days, or just me? Yeah, Chance, I think you're right. People are driving extremely aggressively. I think everybody's stressed out, bent out of shape. The economy's gone down to pooper. Yeah, everybody's stressed about the economy, what's going on in the world. And I think that driving is one of the ways that they vent that. So yeah, man, I think you're spot on with that analysis. That yeah, the roads are getting more treacherous. There's a lot more road rage, which hey, makes great videos for the shorts category. I've seen tons and tons of videos of road rage. So, oh yeah, Joseph, this is the Phobos Knives Tier 1 Mini and CPM 154 CM, PVD coated orange G10 liners with. This is actually OD micarta, but I've been slacking a little bit. That's the thing with micarta, when it dries out, it lightens up a little bit. But yeah, I use Wicked Wax and just throw some of that on there, and that'll make your micarta scales pop like new. The only problem with you dress your knife up real, yeah, you dress your knife up real nice and everything, get it looking all shiny and stuff, and people are like, "Dude, you've never used that," which is overly entertaining. I think that's one of the downsides that the YouTube has done to the world is everybody has this gross misconception of how knives are actually used. Like, I'm 51 years old, and in no situation have I ever had to cut a frying pan in half. I've never had to cut a cinder block or a brick in half. I've never had to remove the roof of a car with a knife either. Nor have I needed to puncture a car with my blade. Nothing of the sort. I've cut a lot of lines and stuff with it, though. Can you insert the Phobos in the sheath so we can see how it looks? Yeah, sure, man. I'll get both the sheaths out, actually. Just let me finish this up. Probably should have done this before, huh? But it only takes a minute, not even. And you get kind of work it in a little bit, get some on the steel. But yeah, it's kind of like rock climbing as well. I've got probably 15, 20 seasons of rock climbing. And I started before indoor climbing was popular. And not once in all my years of rock climbing was I ever out there and somebody said, "Hey man, put your right foot on the black and purple swirly one," like indoor climbing. Pulling on plastic changed the climbing world entirely. But yeah, here's the Kydex sheath, and yeah, it pops right in there. No shake, no rattle. The cool thing about this one is usually easy clips are put off to the side. Instead of putting rivets, they put screws, just like Chicago style screws in here. And then you can actually put the easy clip on the center. There is an option if you wanted to canter it either forward or backward, depending on how you're carrying it. Mine's set up for left-handed, but it's an ambidextrous sheath. You can flip it around. That is the Kydex sheath. It comes with leather, like genuine handcrafted leather, which I should probably wicked wax this thing a little bit too. It's a little needs a little cleaning up, but it's not doing too shabby. But it comes with this leather sheath, which is also ambidextrous. You just got to flip this over. The retention strap is removable. There's as you can see, there's a screw here. You can actually you can remove the retention strap if you want to, and just have it as a slip. And there's a magnet in there, one of those strong earth magnets, right? So the magnet itself it's pretty strong magnet. It's holding the sheath up just on the knife. The magnet itself provides a decent amount of retention. And also, if you're, out and lost and find yourself in an emergency situation, if you've got a needle, you can magnetize the needle and use it as a makeshift compass. So the magnet in the sheath could be multi-purpose. Mutinous, I saw the light when that's kind of funny, man. I didn't see anything. I saw nothing at all. Sometimes I think people say that for attention. Because I didn't see anything. Happened to me 3 times in one day. So yeah, and the wicked wax you can use on leather and stuff as well. So I'm going to do up my leather sheath here while we're chatting. Because, yeah, it's been a minute since I did it. Since I've done it, yeah, we should maybe use some proper legality, huh? So how's everybody doing this morning? Cannon, good morning, brother. How you doing? You need to get some range time, my man. Good morning, good morning. How's Mojo doing? We love Mojo like we love cats. No, I'm just kidding. But how you doing, brother? You got today off? Or are you working? Or I decided, yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft headed out to work early this morning. So I'm like, I will do a live before I get my day going. We're gonna double down on the Phobos Friday. Have a nice little morning session with some coffee and all that good stuff. Kenan, have you seen this stuff yet? Wicked Wax. This is pretty good stuff, man. Yeah, it's good on leather, steel, wood, all that, and it's 100% like yeah, like natural products and everything. So if you're out there in cold weather, cold windy weather, and you carry this is only a half-ounce tin. This is great for like kit, putting your field kit and stuff like that. But you can also use it as a lip balm and stuff. It's like a natural beeswax and everything. Really cool stuff, and the owner of the company is a good dude. So, yeah, it's a multiple win. Yeah, I'm getting ready for the shit show. You still working on that wall of spaghetti there? That's, man, I don't envy you for a second with that one. That's one of the ones I think I would walk away from. I'd just be like, yeah, no. I'm gonna maintain my sanity and not do that today. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Yeah, I think that's the only way to approach that one. Yeah, like just take out all the old work and replace it with new and just call it a day like that. That's exactly what I would do with that. Yeah, I don't think that's almost a no-brainer. I gotta bust out my little torch wrench. That's just a little looser than I'd like it to be, but yeah. So that's the leather sheath is sweet. You can scout carry it, traditional belt carry, and it's fitted for easy clip as well. Kapow! So I do. I'm kind of like a smaller guy, so I like the streamlined kydex. If I'm gonna IWB or put it in a pocket, the leathers for on the belt for me is my best. Northern Girl Hobbies, how you doing? I'm getting the truck clean this morning. Need an appraisal when I go to town. Diesel trucks are having nothing but major problems here, and they can't go. Oh no, yeah, diesel. Is it too cold or? Yeah, what's up? What's up with Yeah, sorry to hear you're having problems with that. That sucks. I think that's life these days, though. Seems like as soon as you've got one problem solved, another one pops up. We're just we're throwing some wicked wax on our knife sheath here, doing a little maintenance, cleaning up the knives. It's gotta be pretty, right? So yeah. So are you getting an appraisal to get it fixed, or are you just you're gonna sell it all together? Yeah, kind of haven't done this one in a little while, right? But yeah, gear maintenance, PMCS, right? Preventive maintenance checks and services. Your gear will thank you. It'll last a lot longer, and if for some reason it gets passed along, it'll still be in great condition. But yeah, the leather work on this is great. I love a good leather sheath. I don't think there's anything more aesthetically appealing than a quality leather sheath. At least in my opinion. What do you guys think? Leather kydex or the evil stepchild of sheaths. I think the most unrecognized one is nylon. Like I love nylon sheaths. I really do. I wish more companies made them. This is Spartan blade sheaths. They actually discontinued it. I have no clue why. I wish I would have known. I would have bought up a few. They had them in like OD cut Coyote multicam something. I wish I had gotten a couple of the multicam ones. Selling it -40 temps messed up a pile of diesel trucks, the sensors, and that, yeah, that's horrible. So yeah, they're probably gonna, yeah, you probably got to get all that fixed, or they're gonna be like, oh no, it has. They're gonna like take 70% off the book value or something. Yeah. Canon with the word ick, not fun. I suppose ick is better than ooey. Um, Canon, I think that corgi's starting to rub off on you. But yeah, so the wicked wax, man. I should have some of this stuff out more often. Like I said, it's good stuff, and the owner's a great guy. So, and if you buy a Phobos knife, you get one of these half-ounce tins and with the Phobos knives. I'm pretty sure he's still got that going on. I think I think that's the most un-Marine Corps thing I've ever heard you say, Cannon. Ick. But hey, there's worse things to be said, like ooey or I don't even know. I'm not gonna go down that road. Not fun. I'll sell it privately unless the trade in is worth it. Yeah, but when do they ever give you your money's worth on the trade in? Like by far, I think private sales is the best way to go. Still carrying the Spyderco Sage 5 CF. Love this knife. Probably might not give it a good stropping. You got strop it real good. Anybody else into knife stropping? Definitely. I think, I've talked to a lot of people about it, and they all come to the same conclusion. If you keep your knife properly honed, just a little bit of maintenance every now and then, and you'll not have to use a stone, which is a perk. Nothing is wrong with the truck, just needs to be cleaned. Who has money to buy a truck privately these days? Sure, on the stropping. Yeah, who does have the money to buy a truck these days? What is it like? It used to be, it was like 30, then 40, then 50% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. But now, according to current guesstimates, it's roughly like 80% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Like we used to live really, really comfortably, but our rent alone went from $1,200 a month to $2,700 a month. And we don't get anything with that. And as well as, the electric going up and gas costs going up and like natural gas for your house, gas for the automobile. I think that's kind of like leveled out a little bit for a while. And then these tariffs are destroying my channel. Like silky saws have gone up by 50% in like 2 years. Like a saw I used to pay $60 for is now $90. Some of them are even worse. Like you used to get the Katana Boy 500 for like 160 to 180 bucks. Now it's like I've seen it as high as like 352. It's on sale for like 290 though. A new Chevy I priced Monday was $78,000. Wow. Yeah, and what was it 5 years ago? Is what, like $45,000 5 years ago or so. Yeah, they really got us with the scamdemic, man. I'm not kidding. They got us good. They're saying that is financially the biggest wealth transfer in human history was 2020. Like the top 1% made billions while the common folk went broke. Yeah, it's been a solid 5 years, and we've estimated I lost about $750,000 since 2020. They put me out of business like 110%, and yeah, so now I went from master parachute rigger, professional skydiver to YouTuber. So there's no jobs left for me. I paid $26,000 in 2003 for a brand new 2500 4x4 4-door. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds absolutely right. I have a 2021 Sierra 2500 HD. Yeah, I've got, in fact, wow. Times have gotten so tough, I can't even maintain my bicycle. I cracked my frame, and yeah, I'm out of wheels. Even bicycles went up. Bike I used to pay like 16 to 1800 for. Now they want like 3600. Prices on even bicycles have doubled. Yeah, airborne all the way. Ain't no use for a leg. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's where I got my start. I started jumping in '93 as airborne artillery contract. So yeah, I got to go to Fort Benning and experience what it was like to exit an aircraft as cargo. I later moved on to jump in squares, what military people would call hey ho and hey low. And eventually Ooh, Trapper, what kind of bike you got? I'm a bike geek. I quit driving cars about 20 years ago. Yeah, this year will make 20 years ago. That yeah, I quit driving and I just cycled everywhere. Like including when I worked seasonally. So I'd work in the Northeast like spring, summer, and fall. And then 90% of the time I'd go work in Florida. And so I would ride my Cannondale from like New York to Florida, from Maine to Florida, and then in the spring I'd ride back up north because who wants to sit around for a Florida summer? Um, so yeah, I was biking on average like anywhere from like 10 to 14,000 miles a year. Oh, Stan, you picked up a ZT. I love those knives. Yeah, Kershaw did a great job of having ZT separate from Kershaw as a strictly made in the USA company. I owned a ZT 200 for probably like 5 or 6 years, and the thing was in excellent condition, awesome knife. I ended up giving it to my daughter, but yeah, I totally dig ZT knives. I wish they'd come back with some of their previous models. Yeah, the 0512 McCarter Crewwear. Oh, even sweeter, man. If you don't mind me asking, would that set you back? Because I'm at some point this year, I'm going to be on the market for another folder. I love this one so much, it's going to become a workbench knife because this is the only folder I have, and so I don't get into all the crazy folder reviews and everything, but I have a Zeus off road. Nice. Yeah, I've been looking into like a specialized chisel or something like that is a nice bike. It's an auto. I think they run about 300. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah, I never buy the autos or the assisted. I just buy straight up manual because like how fast is it? It's just me. I just figure it's more stuff to fall apart and break. And um I know some people. I think it's mostly Benchmades though. There's some horror stories about some of the springs in those things. Like there's a oh, I can't remember the exact model, but you kind of like when you order the knife, order some springs because you're gonna have problems with it. It's a Benchmade though. Like I said, I can't remember the exact model, but it's one of the ones a lot of the knife geeks geek out on that. Like they know a lot of it. In fact, I've got a few guys in here, like brand new American. He knows a lot about knives. He knows quite a bit. So a lot of so sometimes I look to the community for the answers. I definitely don't have all the knife answers. I'm not that niche into it. I guess is the way you would say it. It's something that like when I'm on the market for something, I'll research it heavily to make a decision, and then but once I've made my decision, like what's the point of retaining all that? It's just not that important to me. Bought it in England when stationed there. Nice. Yeah, Kershaw makes some decent stuff. I had a cool little man. It was like 30 years ago, but I had a cool Kershaw. It was a folding knife, and but it was like a survival kit and everything all in one. It was a gift a friend had given to me. Um, Interesting. The build is solid on the 0512 though. Super snappy. I'm scared to let randos open it because it can snap out of their hands. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's got some pop when it opens. Got a little kick. Like you got quality then. Yeah, I mean ZT does make a great knife. They really do. But in general, yeah, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a bicycle, an automobile, anything. The more intricate it is, the more complex you make it, the more chance you have of failure. But we it used to be a problem in parachute rigging as well. They were trying to come out with new and improved deployment methods for parachutes, and it seemed like the more complicated they tried to make it better, the failure frequency would increase drastically as well. So when it worked, it would like, oh, that was a great parachute opening. Like, yeah, it was a nice steady deceleration. But yeah, then they started putting some complicated stuff in. There's this old school thing called ropes and rings, and it was horrible. Like parachute openings on that. Yeah, get just have your neck collar ready, you know. So yeah, in general, it's just the engineering. The more complicated they make it, the more it is to fail. But yeah, ZT's got a solid game going. They even they had when I had my ZT 0200, they had a fixed blade that was almost like it was just a big brother fixed blade version of the 0200. And then for a very short time, a very limited run, they had a full tang hatchet I was looking into, but those things like sold out overnight. I couldn't get one. Yeah, my Snap-on tool man had Kershaw on his tool truck. Yeah, they must have something going with them. I know a few people. I got a buddy that's a mechanic, and they also have sharpeners on the Snap-on tool truck as well sometimes. Yeah. I've known some people that they got an OTF knife and something went wrong with the springs and things, and it's in a Ziploc bag in parts. They never did get it to work right again. And if you get one of the high end ones, what are you talking, like $600 to $800 for a high end OTF? I'm more like a fixed blade guy myself. I definitely prefer fixed blades. Um, just like there's nothing to go wrong with it. Another perk to a fixed blade over a folder, in my opinion, you're never cleaning pocket lint out of it. I had pocket lint in here the other day. It was kind of jamming it up a little bit. I just, it is what it is. It probably would be less of a problem if I use the pocket clip, but it just sits in the bottom of my pocket. This goes in my front left pocket every day, and I like it. It's the carbon fiber, everything. It's lightweight, S30V steel, so it's got great edge maintenance, edge retention for EDC. It's got a nice slim line, so it kind of disappears into the pocket. It doesn't feel like I'm not carrying like a steel bar. Oh, right on. Yeah. In fact, the buddy I was telling you about that, uh, yeah, he got a Kershaw and stuff off of Snap-on, but he got me the workshop from the Snap-on truck. He's like, "Oh man, last minute Christmas gift. I thought it would be awesome." I like it and stuff. The only thing I don't like about the workshop sharpener is I've still got to order like that little 3D printed block because the part where you mount the knife, if you put too much pressure, it flexes and it changes the angle a few degrees. So if you're not careful, you're constantly changing the angle on the knife. So yeah, when I first got it, it just honestly, I think the Lansky sharpening system is still a superior system and competitively priced still. I've got the diamond Lansky setup, and I mean I used the stone setup probably for like 30 years, and then I got into the super steels. Yeah, maybe like 25 years. I got into the super steels, and I ended up getting the diamond version of the Lansky, and it's a great sharpening system. It really is. It handles like 90% of the knives out there. Where did you carry your life knife on your shoot harness? Where did you carry your life knife? Why are those knives so small? Do you have small hands? I do have small hands. In fact, I do. Made me an awesome rock climber. And I'm really good at packing parachutes because I have small hands. But see, that's the whole thing. You kind of got that backwards. See, if you got really small hands, it'll make the knives look bigger. So I guess I don't know what to say there. Like, yeah, you came in with the insult, but you kind of got it backwards. If your hands are that small, it's going to make the knives look bigger. If you've got big hands, it's going to make the knives look smaller. So you might want to retrain on that and rethink the way you come at things. It breaks after a little bit too. My dad was a professional butcher. I have his. No, dude. See, now you're just coming in here trying to be insulting. No, man, you just don't know what you're talking about. And no, I'm not insecure. Um, I'm more than confident with myself. How many professional skydivers do you know? Yeah, man, I'm one of the cool kids. I don't suffer from insecurity. I could care less what the general public thinks. I really don't. Um, yeah, I just picked out the flaw in your attempted insult of small hands and realized that you had it completely reversed. Like, yeah, the reason if your hands are big, it'll make the knives look smaller. If your hands are small, it'll make the knives look bigger. So you kind of came in here like a tool. How many jumps do I have? I've got a little over 19,000 skydives, a little over 1,300 base jumps. I've only got 5 jumps in the army. I got my 5 in airborne school, and that was it. Ended up in a leg unit. So, um, yeah, I jumped for 27 years. I hold every USPA rating there is. I'm a USPA rated coach, AFF instructor. I'm a UPT, United Parachute Technologies, tandem instructor. I'm also a tandem instructor rated through Strong Enterprises. I'm an FAA certificated master parachute rigger. I spent 7 years doing R&D and test jumping wingsuits. So all that proximity flying and everything like that, it was me and my friends. Brian Caldwell, Justin Shorb, Ty Weiss, Jeb Corliss, Jeff Nevelkoff. I've also worked with Luigi Canny with the smallest parachute in the world that he's landed. So yeah, I've been like skydiving was my life, like 7 days a week, about 340 days a year. Um, so yeah, for professional skydivers, plenty of very easy certification. It was funny, and you got upset, dude. Yeah, hey, if it's that easy, come jump with me then, little man. I don't get that upset that easily. I just called you out on your ignorance. So why don't you go upstairs, get a hug from mommy, you'll feel better. And if you think skydiving is that easy, go ahead and jump out of an airplane, you tool. You know not what you speak of. You're probably one of those dudes that lies. You're probably one of the guys that have entertained. You walk up and like, oh yeah, man, I've jumped out of an airplane, but I got out extra low for safety over water. And it was my uncle's airplane, and he packed a parachute. Yeah, you're probably one of those tools, man. I'm the pilot you bought. I know the ins and outs. Just because you can fly an airplane doesn't mean you know squat about skydiving. That's just a fact, dude. How do I know? I can fly an airplane too. In fact, I probably flew an airplane before you. I spent 6 years in the Civil Air Patrol right here in Concord, New Hampshire. I was in the 54th Composite Squadron. So yeah, I was learning how to fly airplanes like freshman year in high school. But just because you can fly an airplane doesn't mean you can skydive. It's kind of like saying, you're an Olympic swimmer because you can sit in a boat. If sitting in a boat is swimming, then yeah, it just doesn't. Stand up, man. I've broken my tib before. Shit was scary. Snapper didn't sleep well. Well, how many here? Let's find out what this tool's got going on. Snapper plays 2 subscribers. No, you've been on YouTube for a little while. December 5th of 2015. Um, you got 106 views, but nothing posted. So yeah, dude, you're just a tool. So reading an AG is far harder than picking a plan. All right, if you came in here to just split hairs, man, just take a hike. We don't need you. I don't want you. You're an absolute asshat. Go find someplace else to tool around. Dude, check my YouTube profile after hitting this. You didn't hit any soft spot, you little retard. There you go. This is how simple it is. There you go. Now you're banned from this channel. Go find someplace else to be a tool. I have 387 jump, 68 halo, 34 what halo. My lowest was 580 feet out of a Chinook over Panama jungle. Yeah, that's dirty low, man. So back to where we were going. Yeah. So all of the above was true. Like, there's that's one thing that I'll never understand about YouTube is just like tools like that just got to come in and um, low altitude, low opening, kind of like a hop and pop or a ditch and pitch. Yeah, you get out dirty low and but you can get out low. You just you're deploying right on exit. And I'm guessing that was all military jumps, so they were that was static line. I fell out of a tree once. Am I a skydiver? Um, I'll say you definitely tested gravity. I've taken some whippers rock climbing that I could have logged a free fall time. Ran it out a little long. But Nick Martino, how you doing, brother? Good morning to you, my man. Always a pleasure. Nick Martino, channel member, longtime friend as well. It is good to see you. Nick, speaking of which, you forgot to send me your address, brother. And now Mrs. Bushcraft's involved. Because she's like, I'm heading out. You still want me to go to the post office? And I was like, well, Nick hasn't sent his address yet. Well, tell him to hurry up. I asked the jump master if we were using chutes or bungee cords. Yeah, oh yeah, that's dirty low, man. My lowest exit is well on the civilian end of it. My lowest exit is about 1,200 feet, and it was a literal hop and pop ditch and pitch type of thing, just for the fun of it. But and it takes a lot longer for a square to open over a round. So yeah. Oh, what movie was that from? Wasn't that Demolition Man or something? I don't. That's yeah. He like bungees down, and they've got the altitude perfectly adjusted, so he kind of like lands on his feet, and then cuts away the bungee cord. All right, Nick. Yeah, I think just yeah, shoot it over to me. Like I said, I've already got the box ready to go. Just needs it just needs your address. I don't think the postman is going to be like, yeah, Nick Martino, just bring it to him. They're gonna need a bit more intel. But yeah, so I figured I'd do a live this morning. Kind of was sitting around. Mrs. Bushcraft headed into work early, so I'm like, I got some time. I'll do a morning coffee live and see how everybody's doing, see what's up. Get a little thing going. Of course, we already had a troll in here. He's just like, I don't know what's up with certain people. Like they come in here like opening up like, you don't have many friends, do you? It's like, no, actually I got plenty of friends, dude. I got a lot of friends. But yeah, they're just weird. Be shady. Good morning. Good morning. Awesome live, dude. Thanks, man. We appreciate it. We were almost deploying on the ramp. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Check your hand. Just keep your handle on your hand on the handle on your way out. But yeah, man, I jumped for 27 years from, like I said, I started in the Army down to 1st Benning, first of the 507th Parachute Infantry Regiment. And then while I was in the Army, I started jumping as a civilian. When I ETS'd off of active duty, I just went into skydiving and rock climbing full time is what I was doing. Dabbled in a little real estate, but that's no fun. So yeah, and then I jumped full time. I worked at multiple different drop zones all over the country. From like Lake Elsinore out in California, Skydive Las Vegas, Skydive Spaceland in Rocheron, Texas, right between Galveston and Houston. I've worked all over Florida, Jacksonville, Clewiston, Zephyr Hills. Zephyr Hills is like the world capital of skydiving. It's called Skydive City. A lot of makers there. Sunpath Products, Tony Suits. But yeah, and I've worked all over the place. Like I've worked a lot of events and boogies and stuff like that as well, doing like parachute packing seminars. I had a lot to do with modifying the pro packing system. Is an acronym for proper ram air orientation. As adverse in contrast to the old flat packing method. Then we came out with pro packing, and then we had the redress pro pack, which was applied to reserves. And then I kind of did a hybrid between a redress pro pack and a standard pro pack, and came out with my own packing method and shortened packing parachutes from about 20 to 25 minutes down to about 5. But always makes me happy to see open YouTube. Right on, Nick. I'm trying to like increase the content. I think I screwed up something though, because man, it was going really swimmingly, and then I had my live Wednesday night, and then after that, it just like womp womp womp. You thought you were getting views, but not anymore. It is what it is. I did notice though, since Wednesday, I've had like all the shorts I did yesterday and Wednesday, like somebody went around like a lot of hate rating. Um, so substantial change in the system, but I went straight to airborne school right at AIT, then into Ranger selection and school, then recommend for SF selection. We switched from round shoots to square when we jumped into Iraq. Yeah, there's not too many square jumps nowadays, even by SF guys. In fact, if you're an SF guy, the guy that makes these is a retired SF guy. Phobos Knives, for operators by operators, is owned by Eric Hansen. He's a 22-year veteran of the U.S. Army, 18 Delta. Awesome, awesome dude. Also into mountain biking and stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, that's In fact, I like messing with him because like, dude, I fly circles around you. Even as an SF guy, 22 years, he got 88 jumps. I'm like, dude, I do that in a weekend. Like, I'm not trying to make fun of the guy. Like, obviously, he's way more qualified to pass out a case of ass whooping than I am. But when it comes to the sky jumping, um, yeah. But some of the most amazing conversations I've ever had have been with him. Eric Hansen. I don't know what years you were in or anything, if you might know him. But yeah, if you want to support one of your team guys, man, Phobos Knives is the way to go. It is it is by far my favorite knife. I thoroughly enjoy all his knives. I have all of them just about, I think. There's a couple from years ago that I don't have. Like he's got one model, the Legion. I don't have that. Um, but yeah, B Shady, what are you carrying today? You usually have a pretty fancy knife going. What? Yeah, what's everybody? Of course, I got my Spyderco Sage 5 CF. Bling bling. It's what the cool kids are carrying. I hang around the jump masters and took them drinking so I could get in extra jumps. That's the way to roll, man. Um, yeah, man. It becomes a habit though. It really does. Yeah, when you start weighing out the value of your personal belongings in the jump numbers, like if I sell that couch, I can get 10 jumps. I could sell my car and jump all season. Um, yeah, I naturally had it. I started rock climbing at a young age. I was doing all kinds of stuff, just having a good time. And so, yeah, jumping out of airplanes was just the next normal thing for me. I mean, geez, by the time I jumped out of airplanes, I've done just about every type of skiing there was in New Hampshire, like downhill, cross country, randonnée, back country, whatever you want to call it. I like mountain biking, road biking, ice climbing, rock climbing, and I'd done probably about 90% free climbing and about 10% like technical aid, like being like A2, A3 or above. Yeah, back in the day, I was a solid 512 climber. So yeah, that was the selling point when I went to MEPS was like, dude, I need something for the jumping out of airplanes. Oh, with the float. Thanks for the floating heart. We definitely appreciate it. I'm on the off day. Finally, got my parrot number 146 folder and an Aries EDC custom gargoyle. Yeah, Aries knocks him out of the parks with his pocket fixies there for sure, man. Absolutely. Joe Isabella Jank, purple swirl dice. I want to get some titanium dice. I've seen those on what's that fancy website there? Um County Com. But every time, man, that's one of those scenarios like when I go there to get them, they're sold out. And then when they have them in stock, I just don't have the extra. I don't have the extra dice for the titanium dice at the time. But yeah, sweet carry, man. This is kind of like my EDC for today, like down here. Um, yeah, this is what I'm carrying. And then plus I'll throw my watch on and yeah, I never carry my keys in my pocket, man. I have their tie dice and run them daily. Nice, B Shady. So the juice is worth the squeeze? Do you have like the miniature ones, regular size? They've got a couple options. I was looking for the regular size. Throw them in a kit or something. Not like more like I don't know what kind of like yeah, I don't know why. There's no purpose for me to have titanium dice really, but I'd like to get enough Mrs. Bushcraft, she geeks out on the Yahtzee. So yeah, I'd get a set of titanium dice she can play some Yahtzee or something. Anybody still play that game or is that completely forgotten? Yeah, have their tie, glow in the dark, Ultim. The Ultim I can't do. I'm not an Ultim guy. I like Ultim. Why did they come out and it's like comes in urine yellow and that's it? I looked into Ultim. It's a relatively great material. I know some people that had some problems with it chipping and stuff. But fun fact on the Ultim, the cups from Pizza Hut, those red cups from Pizza Hut, those are made out of Ultim. So I'm like, why did they go with like urine yellow when they could have gone with like cool red? Makes no sense at all. IEDC is one I made last year when I started making knives at home. I lived outdoors in a cabin I built for 3 years in Alaska after I got out. Oh, nice. Yeah, trapper. That's a sweet man. I envy that. I spent a decade outdoors. The one of the cool things about working in the skydiving industry is their airports, private airports especially, are usually surrounded by woods. And so part of my job contract was, hey, if I'm not working, I'd like to be able to go out in the woods and practice some skills and do some camping. I'd rather camp out than especially where you move every 6 months. So I got to do a lot of that. And then while I was bike touring or commuting from like Florida to New York or back whichever way I was going, I started off like credit card touring the first year. Just stopping at restaurants for meals and checking into hotel rooms for cover. And I got more and more into like stealth camping very quickly. So it was a good time. Ben, how you doing? Welcome back to the chat, my man. Always a pleasure to see you. How are you doing this fine morning? Have you ever come across Dogman? No, I've never come across Dogman or Bigfoot or Yeti or any type of poltergeist or anything. The freakiest thing I've run into is some meth heads, some tweakers, some people that shouldn't be off the trail. Yeah, I've never run into any supernatural alter beings or anything like that, unfortunately. Even I've run into a couple of bears, but mostly down south, they're lanky. The bears down south are more like a they're more like a furry, like a long-haired greyhound or something like that. Not a greyhound, a Great Dane. Like they're kind of like the same height, but they're lanky. Yeah, I've never had a problem with any critters. Had like maybe a couple of annoying raccoons that were used to being fed by people that kept trying to attack my tent. Trying to get at something. But is stealth camping like homeless camping? No, I'd say that stealth camping is more like, well, it's like it says. It's you're doing so in a stealthy manner. You're trying not to be seen because who wants to pay $55 for a camp spot to set up a tent so you could sleep for like 6 hours and get back to riding a bike? I'm teaching my daughter all my skills. She's a dead shot. Her first deer wasn't 600 meters with my Mark 24 rifle. That's all. Yeah, that's a man. That's the way to do it. Like I started shooting when I was young. In fact, I did 4 years on my junior ROTC shooting team. I did 4 years of Naval Junior ROTC at West High School in Manchester, New Hampshire. So yeah, I was double dipping before I went in the military. I did 6 years of Civil Air Patrol from seventh grade to 12th grade, and I also did 4 years of Naval Junior ROTC at in high school. And yeah, I was on the shooting team and the drill team. So our shooting team was just like standard 22 LR, like 25-foot NRA matches and stuff like that. It was really it was more fun than anything. But it really implements like shooting skills, getting your shooting positions down, proper breathing, proper trigger squeeze, all that good stuff. And I also did the drill team, which is kind of like it's a silent, not kind of like it is a silent drill team. We worked a lot with the color guard, and the coolest part about being on the drill team was we got to meet like twice a year, just about. We met up with the Marine Corps silent drill team, and we got to watch them perform, and that is just wow. Talk about walking away from that feeling like a loser, like skill beyond skill, and you're comparing your high school skills to it. That crushed the ego a little bit back in high school, but it was a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Adam Hayes, good morning, longtime channel member, brother. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. 600 meters for his deer, needs to change batteries and rangefinder. Yeah, there's Oh, I'm doing great, man. We had a couple of trolls in here that are just absolute tools, So yeah, we roasted them a little bit. I think the guy was lying. He's trying. I don't know, whatever. But anyhow, you know how it goes, man. Squat shot. Good morning. Good morning. How goes the? No, actually, I got sleep last night. I just Mrs. Bushcraft had to head in like silly early, just like you. So yeah, I got up with her, and I'm just like, well, I got a few hours. I'll have a live chat, see how everybody's doing, have a quick social, roast a couple of trolls, and what a great way to start the morning. Um, I got big balls. I got big balls. I had to shoot a 700-pound grizzly that attacked my cabin. I did 4 years JROTC in Virginia. Man, we could be twins. I've drilled with the Marine drill team. They came to train us twice a year. Yeah, Trapper, it was cool, man, because when like everybody, oh, basic training is going to be so tough and everything. It's like, no, not really. I knew everything about that I needed to know going into basic training like years before I went. I'll never forget my drill sergeant Ingram. He talked to me during in processing, and he would have me work with everybody with DNC and stuff like that. Like I knew I was good at drill and ceremony by the end of the 8th grade. Because we did the same stuff. Like we did drill competitions in Civil Air Patrol. It was awesome. Yeah, I went in as an E4. I had my 4 years of Naval Junior ROTC, which gives you your E3, at least when I went in '93. I also had my Billy Mitchell Award, which is equivalent to like earning your second lieutenant, which also gets you your E3. And then I had a letter of commendation from Master Gunnery Sergeant Gogan, who was the regional NCOIC of recruiting for the United States Marine Corps. So I got wavered to E4 going in. Oh, yeah, Squat Shot. I'm still going to be on tonight at 8 p.m., yeah. Friday nights at 8 p.m. are like a solid thing, and Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. are a solid thing. Everything else during the week is a bonus, but I've really been trying to reset the direction of the channel because we got this little sidetracked for about 2 months, and I'm trying to fix course and get the channel back to a positive. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, so the channel doesn't suck anymore. How's that? How's that for? It makes sense, right? But yeah, I ended up yeah, being a lanyard puller wasn't my thing, and I couldn't get the schools I wanted. So I just decided I was just going to pursue other things. That and all the politics going on back then, I wasn't down with that either. So yeah, I had some life changes, and it was all good. So were you were a Green Beret? Yeah, yeah. Trapper was a Green Beret, which is cool, very cool. Um, yeah, when I was in DeLand, Florida, I worked with a lot of Tier One guys. We developed a school called Flight University, and it was a canopy piloting school. So we taught advanced canopy piloting. Like we really got into a lot of hey-ho and stuff. We worked with the Army RRC. We worked some different SEAL team guys. We worked with a lot of them. In fact, yeah, we'd also do AFF for military as well. Um, yeah, I was offered OCS, turned it down. My dad was E8 at Fort Lee, Provost Marshall. Big brother was E7 with 240th 49 supply at Bragg. Yeah, enlisted is the way to go. I agree. I was offered an OCS option coming out of high school. I was also offered an ROTC option, and I was like, no, I'd just kind of like to go in. And man, I should have made better decisions. I have no complaints though. Worked with Team Four in Iraq. Yeah, all of the work that I did with Tier One guys was specifically related to skydiving. Yeah, I didn't deploy with any guys or anything like that. Everything was stateside, and we would do everything from like AFF and Hey Ho and Halo and all that. We also worked on some of the equipment, some of the nav boards and everything. There's a company out of California called Bonehead Composites, and we helped develop a drop down nav board with GPS, compass, all that stuff. Yeah, I was a military brat. My dad was always gone. I had to come home. I'd have long hair, and I'd go back to school with a brush out. It's still awesome. You basically kept them alive jumping. Uh yeah, that's the way we kind of like as a master parachute rigger. We're like the guardian angels of the sky is the way we like to put it. Most of us suffer from just the perfect amount of OCD. I like to call it CDO because if you're really that OCD, then you call it CDO because we're better than people with OCD because we put that shit in proper alphabetical order the way it should be, right? Um, what do you suggest for dads with daughters? Katana or there's a thing called a Taurus Raging Bull 454. I recommend that or the Desert Eagle 50 or a good old a Benelli M4 is another way to go. Um, and preferably, yeah, I would go with like a full ninja sword. It's got to be and a coffee table. A coffee table. You got to invite them over for a movie, and you got to be cleaning those pieces while they're visiting, and just be like, "Oh, these are just in case somebody like violates my daughter in any way, shape, or form." It's not for hunting. It's not for home protection. It's for daughter protection. Um, I want to shoot Packer that's very OCD. Yeah, exactly. That's something else I worked with a lot of military guys with, even in oh, it's right outside of Fort Bragg. Oh, brain fart. Yeah, there's a wind tunnel there. There's a drop zone. What's it called? It changed names a few years ago. It's exactly about 17 miles from Spartan Blades, which there's two more retired 18 series guys that I know. Um, Yeah, you had three streamers. It's all in the pack job, man. Actually, you can have the most perfect pack job, but if your body position's off on deployment, it's gonna screw it up every time. Um, I want to. It starts with a P, man. It does. Um, Paraclete, skydiving and wind tunnel, Paraclete. That's it. Wow. That's 51 years of what's going on. But yeah, Paraclete Skydiving Center, a lot of it's outside of Fort Bragg, so you got a lot of tier one guys that go there to practice. And even when I wasn't working, I would go around and offer them, like like improving their pack jobs and stuff like that. Like, I modified so after 27 years. Yeah, I had modified some packing techniques. I've got a perfect record. I've packed over 150,000 mains that have all worked, not including my own. I've packed over 7,000 reserve parachutes as well. Um, oh, you have or you would? Those both P35s. What's the bigger one? Oh, there. This is a. Oh, you're thinking the P38. This is the P38 can opener, which is the smaller, the standard one, and the one to the left is the larger P51. And these are Shelby originals. They're not Dragon Country knockoffs. I buy them when I have giveaways or I'm sending somebody a package or something. I don't know why, but I always put like a P51 can opener in there. I absolutely love it. Um, but yeah, so Trapper, did you ever pack your own gear? Or did you always have the military riggers do it? I've done packing for the military as well, which is annoying because I would give a class with the military rigger like on a Monday, like teaching them advanced packing techniques, and then we would help pack for whatever group was jumping, and I would have to ask the military rigger for a rigging check. So like we'd get to a certain point, like we'd walk the lines, flake it out, and then once we got to that point, you'd have to like call a rigger over, a military rigger, to check to make sure everything's flaked out properly before you bring the tail up and cocoon it. But I'm like, man, yesterday the dude was my student, and today I'm asking him for the okay. Like that falls right in there with military intelligence crap. Um, I've been there a couple times, but I'd love to just hang out watching. Yeah, hey man, there's a peanut gallery at every drop zone, and we appreciate every one of them. So much fun. Um, Kane Miranda EDC, welcome, welcome. How are you doing this fine morning? Good morning, good morning. Here's hey, speaking of Phobos Knives, I didn't have this out the other day. We were talking about Phobos Knives. I'm like, man, I even drink. I like my coffee cups are from Phobos Knives. I got a matching set, for whatever mood I'm in. Um, this is the enamel metal cup. Woo woo. And then I've got the ceramic cup as well. Phobos Knives. For operators, by operators. Hear that, Trapper? These are for you, man. Not the coffee mugs, buy the knives. Um, and then the steel mug, I've got them both in red, right? Because red's fast. And then I've also got I'm not sure. Well, you guys can't really see this one because take my word on it. It's the black mug version of the ceramic, but it's full up with coffee right now. I have Phobos knives. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, you do. Which ones do you have? Well, I think they're outstanding blades, man. I've been strictly a Phobos knives fan since 2019, and I didn't really start doing my channel until like December of like what was it, 2024 or so. I did some shorts like 2024. So yeah, I was if you're a fan of Phobos knives, man, you'll appreciate it. You can't buy this one, man. Eric Hansen made this set just for me. This was back in 2019. This is his Tier 1C. It's like acid etch, convex grind. It's got the ferro rod on there. And this is back in 2019. It was the Tier 1 Mini Gen 2. And this is acid etched as well. He oil dipped the leather and everything. But yeah, anybody here will tell you what I'm kind of I'm definitely a Phobos Knives fan. Like Eric Hansen's got great designs, awesome customer service. So when the notch gets worn and slips, that goes on can lids. I use this much smaller chainsaw file to reshape the notch on the piece. That's all. That's good information. I've got so many of these things laying around. If one actually dulled, I'd probably just, I don't know, I'd probably just toss it, to be honest. I'm a Puma fan. German steel for the win, especially the older hunting knives. Yeah, German makes some good steel, but with everything going on in the world, man, if I can support an American company, I do. And everybody here knows I support Phobos Knives out of choice. I get no kickbacks. There's no affiliate links. There's nothing like that. I don't go chasing 100 other knife brands for clicks and views and all that. Yeah, a little bit of brand loyalty goes a long way, and I just Eric Hansen is an outstanding gentleman, and it's a privilege to help support his company. LC Buell, good morning, channel member. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you, my man. Oh, you've got 5 go bags? Yeah, yeah. I try to support veteran-owned businesses. Definitely, yeah. Um, your video's been popping up on my. Oh, that's awesome, LC. Yeah, hey, watch it twice, man. I don't know. They were like hooking me up with views for a while, and then YouTube was like, no, and they totally. Like I went from like 10 to 12,000 views, and then all of a sudden Wednesday night we did that. We had an awesome live. Somebody cracked a bad fart joke or something, because yeah, I went from like getting like 400 to 600 views an hour down to like 100 views an hour. But it is what it is. We'll fix it once again. I guess it's learning how to play the game. I only have one P38 I got from old sea rations my dad would save up for me. Oh, LC, I've put up something like 45 shorts or something like that in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I've done like 45 shorts. I did lives for like 8 days straight. And then I took what did I don't know. Yeah, yesterday I didn't do a live. It was like, yeah, Monday and yesterday. I think it was something like that. But other than that, I've been cranking them out. I gotta get like editing. I'm doing everything in like one shot. Like forget editing. I wanna like my goal is to provide somebody with entertainment or information. I don't want to entertain people's like ADD or ADHD or something. Um, my DI said you will never be hungry if you have a P38 in your pocket. Yeah, they are. I think they became kind of like obsolete with the MREs though. MREs did not help the P38 or the P51 movement, nor did the evil pop top can. You know, like you guys know what I'm talking about, little pull tab cans. Like, come on. The only cool thing I'll have to show you guys sometime, with a little ingenuity and a little motivation, you can use that pop top can and your multi tool, and you can fold it into a spoon. Yeah, you can. That should be somebody's gonna steal that video now. But yeah, how to make a pop top into a spoon? I've been doing it for years. Um, Kane Miranda, you've been seeing them? That's awesome. Yeah, guys. Hey, if you can, there's been a shortage of comments on those. Like, yeah, drop any random comment. I guess now due to AI, they can differentiate the difference between like a positive and a negative comment. So if you leave positive comments, then YouTube puts it out more, and if you leave negative comments, then it shuts it down. So, and I think I've been getting some hate rating, like just some random, like you get a few extra, like all of a sudden dislikes or something. Um, So my cat got bit by a spider on his leg and it swelled up, and I thought he was going to die. Damn cat used up one of his lives to stay alive. Oh man, the cats, man, the cat. Oh my goodness. Man, this cat still, you guys know about this cat. It's Mrs. Bushcraft's cat. It's not my cat. I don't feed it. I don't give it treats. I don't take it for walks. I don't think cats are smart enough to go for walks anyhow. But yeah, I guess yeah, that sucks, LC. Is that the one that you rescued? There's a surplus store here that has a bucket of P38s. He gives one with every sale. Yeah, I don't quite. You can. Whoops. It's amateur hour. Who's in charge here? We gotta find. Yeah, I don't have a bucket of them. I usually buy them like 10 or 20 at a time, and I just give them to random friends and everything like that, or certain, like if some people like order something from the channel, or if there's like a giveaway prize, or if I'm just giving something to somebody, I'll just like, here, have one of these as well. YouTube is like a woman, one of life's true mysteries. Yeah, I think Nick Martino, that has got to be the truest and most accurate statement made today. It really is. In fact, I gave up trying to understand women, because the funny thing is women understand other women like we don't understand them, but women understand other women, and women hate each other. So I don't think I gave up trying to understand them. I don't know how. Somehow Mrs. Bushcraft and I are like highly compatible. She puts up with my nonsense, and yeah, I put up with hers. So, but it's manageable and tolerable. Like she's one of those like, all women are crazy. The only ones you should trust are the ones that admit it and realize it. And she's one of the ones that realize like most women are crazy, and she's one of them, and she can just be crazy sometimes too. I understand them. I tell them, see you next Tuesday. The cat is yeah, there's this just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. I'm not oh, KO Knives is crashing out. Oh, I almost missed your comment, man. Good night, man. Yeah, get some rest, have some fun. It's morning time here on the East Coast. We're you know, we're the early bird gets the worm kind of crowd. Yeah, typically I'm up at like 4 o'clock, plus or minus 30 minutes daily. Is it difficult to start live streaming? Been thinking about doing it with my daughter outdoor training. You have to have 50 subscribers in order to start live streaming on YouTube. But dude, if you want to do it, if you're gonna start a channel, like come here, we'll find you 50 subscribers. Like man, there's probably a few in here right now that would say, I'll promote your channel, man. Yeah, come in here and be like, hey, dude, you remember you said that? And I'll be like, yes, I do. And we'll tell everybody to like go to your channel and like, share, subscribe, and watch some videos and all that cool stuff. Women tell you yesterday what you need to do next Thursday. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They tell you yesterday what you need to do next Thursday, and they tell you about the time 10 years ago you forgot to do it. I'll give you Earl if you change those batteries. Yep. Dog, wake me up 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning to go out. He loves the snow. Yeah, we don't have a dog here in this house. We need one though, because to counter the evilness of that cat. That cat, like, he just randomly hisses at me. He's such a punk. And even Miss Bushcraft will admit it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I've never physically touched that cat. I don't need to. I learned on the interwebs that psychological abuse can be substantially worse than physical abuse. So I'm kind of testing it out with the cat, you know, like MK Ultra style. Like when I see the cat, I'll be like, can't you do anything right? Hey, cat, I wish you were never born. Hey, cat, why can't you be more like a dog? I'm not sure if it's really working too well, but I think you get some of it. Yeah, definitely, Trapper. Yeah, as soon as you're set up, man. In fact, my email is on my channel page. Shoot me an email if you want. Yeah, we can definitely talk. Yeah, Yeah, Nick Martino will subscribe. I'm sure, as an 18 series guy, I'm sure you've got a ton of information that you can share. Probably and substantially more useful than the skydiving crap I know. How many people are actually oh, that special needs one is back. Where's my child support? Tracy, you ain't getting any child support. I don't even know you. I'm not saying that there's not a chance. I am like my skydiving days were my skydiving days. But what you're gonna do is we're gonna get a DNA thing, which I highly doubt it's not even realistic. But where's my child support? You steady playing? Yeah, I wonder who that's got to be. One of the people I've upset on here. It's got to be Tracy from daycare. Oh yeah, yeah. How could you forget her? Like she got a bigger forehead than a Somalian. She fell out the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. Thud right at the bottom, guys. You can't miss it. Yeah, Tracy from daycare. You are one messed up. You're like you can check out Tracy from daycare at superfreak.com. Um, but anyhow, moving right along. Um, cut that check. I need some red butt. Tracy, you probably need some penicillin and well, I'm gonna leave that alone. You're just too easy. That's the problem. I'd love to teach others. That's what every instructor said. Knowledge is meant to be passed on. Yeah, yeah, you're totally right, Trapper. And that's where I'm at in life. Like, I've talked about. I spent my life like rock climbing and mountain biking and skydiving and base jumping and doing all kinds of stuff. And along the way, like everybody starts at zero jumps. Everybody goes on their first downhill ride. And there were many people along the way that provided me with the instruction I needed to make it to today. So now I'm an older guy. I'm 51 years old now, and I've got this like wealth of knowledge from decades of experience, and I'd like to pass it on. Just whether it's building kit or doing whatever. I grew up in Flint, Michigan, Tapwater. Um, if I can ever remember my password on my Instagram because I had to wipe my phone because I caught a virus due to my brother-in-law downloading videos, I found a new backpack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, LC, get the Instagram up going again. I was wondering, I haven't that explains why I haven't heard from you on there in a while. New passwords are tough. Damn, LC, I'm so glad child support is over. It was like paying off a house. I'm self-employed, and I didn't always send it until I was brought to court and had to cut a 5K check for child support day. Oh, ouch! Yeah, anytime you got to cut a 5K check, that's rough. Um, I'll be 58 in a couple weeks. So I want to pass my knowledge on before I can anymore. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly, and that's kind of where I feel I'm at. Is yeah, passing along some. It's just been tough. It's one of those scenarios where yeah, 2020 was a massive game changer for me, and it's been a struggle ever since. But hey, I'm doing the best with what I can, and just making the best of it. It'll work itself out in the end. It always does. Maintain some dignity, some honor, some integrity, loyalty, and yeah, apply some of those old concepts, and it's guaranteed to work out. I gotta stop roasting trolls so often, though. I don't know. I guess sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. It definitely helps. I like it. I enjoy it, to be honest. A lot of people in here, they enjoy it as well. B&A, good morning. Speaking of that, B&A also likes to say on this channel we trolled the trolls. Man, B&A, you missed out again this morning. We had actually no oh, what's her face is here? The Tracy from the daycare. She was here. I don't know. She probably with a tissue right now though. She the one with the giant Somalian forehead. Um, fell out the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. That one, yeah. B&A, good morning. God has me. He pulled me through hell several times. I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, that's all we can do, Trapper. Yeah, That's kind of where I'm at, doing the best with what I have with the tools and the information that I have at hand. So, unfortunately, I've got more information than I've got tools at this point, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. It's been a long, slow process, but eventually, someday, something's gonna go viral, and we'll. It's the crazy part is like doing YouTube was kind of a comeback move, but then I kind of crashed YouTube a little bit. So gotta make a comeback on YouTube before I can make a comeback. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. But yeah, B&A, you working today? You got the day off, or how's it going, man? What else do we got going on? Hail Slayer, Judge got to know my style, and I think that whole system needs to be revamped. Like the number of men finding out that they're paying child support for kids that aren't even their kids is staggering. Um, yeah. I think they should just do custody 50-50. No need in destroying somebody's life over. Yeah, so most of the time it's planned out too. Like these women have it planned. They're going to, oh, I'm going to divorce him in 4 years and take half of everything. They do that like every 4 years. They don't even really need a job. Yeah, no more low income housing for a minute. Oh, you're done that job, or you just done for today? Yeah, it was that is rough, Pat. Yeah, the low income housing. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'd be worried about catching something. But yeah, we are still nobody's ever heard this one before. But we're still rocking the Spider Co Sage 5 CF Kapow blingity bling bling on genuine EDC. Have a great day, everyone. Time to walk the shepherd. And yeah, Trapper, have an awesome day. Like I said, my email is on my channel page if you want to shoot me an email. I'm also on Instagram, same thing, Bushcraft Rebooted. If you need to get in touch. And like I said, man, if you start up a channel, jump right in here. Friday nights, definitely, or Sunday mornings. Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Sunday morning, 7 a.m. We'll get you up to that 50 subscribers so you can go live. A lot of good guys in here, and I'm sure a lot of them would be interested in what you have to say. So, but yeah, man, have an awesome day. Enjoy the walk with the dog, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeah, my ex was vicious, and now she wants to hang out here with boy, and I feel uncomfortable around here. Plus, I don't want her big mouth knowing my business. Yeah, I'd stay away from that, man. Just yeah, minimum. Oh, Trapper, anytime, man, and thanks for your service. We appreciate you, brother. Enjoy enjoy the time that you have. Definitely enjoy the time with your daughter, and yeah, please do enjoy, my man. So, as for the rest of you guys got anything exciting planned for today? Nick Martino, B&A, Elsie Buell was up in here, Kane Miranda. Yeah, we've been having a hoot nanny all morning. We had an absolute tool of a troll in here early. Um, yeah, I'd rather, you know how they're like, that whole, what were they asking women? Like, would you rather deal with a bear or a man? And they're like, a man. It's like, yeah, I'd rather deal with a bear than an ex. There's nothing worse than a woman scorned. Like for whatever reason, I don't know. I know a lot of them do it for profit or whatever, but whatever it is, man, I'm not checking into that club. Um, what else have we got going on? Yeah, so the channel's been doing pretty good. Like I said, we kind of got a little bit of a whooping on like Wednesday nights live went awesome, and then all of a sudden YouTube's like, we're not putting your content out anymore. Wah wah wah. I think somebody cracked a. It was probably me. I probably cracked a bad fart joke or something, or. Um, we just spent the past 4 days ice fishing, and it was a total bust. Man, Nick, say whatever you do, don't buy a lottery ticket right now. You went all the way to that Bulls game. I'm just saying. And now 4 days of ice fishing and not even like a little kibby or something, like a little bait sized perch or something. But I'll tell you, man, I'd rather a bad day of fishing is still better than a good day at work. Like that's just kind of a fact, right? Yeah, I guess you can't always catch. Well, yeah, that's why they call it fishing, not catching. If you caught one every time, it'd be like catching fish, not fishing. Like fishing, you're just trying. I've gotten skunked a few times too. It's you're like yeah, you got the tackle box and the Plano boxes, and you got like 87 different colors of rubber worms, and you got spinner baits and crank baits and rattle traps. Man, you got everything, and you're fishing all day like a champ. Like you're I don't know about like your thumbs like wrecked from using the bait caster. You got like soggy thumb, like you're like 5 years old in the bathtub for too many hours. Just from just from the bait caster. Like what's for dinner? We're ordering pizza, dude. Going out in the morning. Me. Yeah, Nick, you're right. You need to get a better fish finder. That one didn't find any fish. Make sure you get a fish finder that also finds hungry fish. Like some of those fish finders just find fish. It's the hungry fish you need to find. Only thing I ever catch is a buzz. I have better luck with a rifle. Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing I ever catch is a buzz. At least you catch something, man. You didn't get skunked. I'm sure there's a few other guys here that can relate to that. It's like like a lot of guys go hunting, but they don't bring any ammo. You just go sit in the woods. You ask them why. It's like, well, because at least when I'm hunting, the wife's not nagging. So dude didn't bring a single round with him, out duck hunting or something or out deer hunting, and yeah, didn't he doesn't want to catch the deer because if he does, that's the end of his quiet. I mean, the end of his season. So yeah, that's it's been brutal cold, so that's great. Yeah. Did you hear about all the iguanas dropping out of the trees in Florida? That's priceless. That's genuinely priceless. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the coconuts falling anymore. It's the iguanas. Once it gets to a certain temperature, they just start falling out the trees. I like the Henrys that take AR mags. Yeah, those are sweet. Thinking about getting a new lever action. Yeah, there's some wild lever actions now. Fishy Fingers sent 100 for 2 jewels. Right on. Thank you, my man. My brother has a stainless marlin that's pretty sweet. Yeah, stainless is always sweet. I had a nice brush stainless Taurus PT92 back in the day. Had like 4 or 5 mags for it. It was nice. It's kind of pretty though. Jackson. Next Sunday is gonna be 14 wind chill on Sunday. Yeah, it's I stopped looking at how stupid cold it's gonna be here. I figure if I don't look at the weather long enough, eventually it's gonna be like, oh wow, I can put shorts on. It's gonna be like 50 degrees. Um, when's that happening? Well, let's see what it is. Oh yeah, guys, it's crispy here today, man. It's a whopping 5 degrees out. Like it does. It's 5 degrees. Jackson, what's happening? Joseph Anderson, good to see you, man. How was work for the day? Yeah, you're on the other side of the planet in a different time zone. That's right, I remember. Oh, how's it go? Annyeonghaseyo. Oh, what is the topic? We've been oh, there's been lots of shiny stuff this morning. This is just a random pop-up live. We've been talking about EDC and fishing and hunting, and we had another Green Beret up in here who's thinking about starting a channel with his daughter. And what else have we did? We started the morning with a little troll roasting, so that was always fun. Um, Hail Slayer, I'm at camp babysitting a fire, waiting for propane drop. Had to plow road out, and I'm hammered drunk PBR. Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with some PBR, right? I might have a bit of a headache in the morning, but yeah, PBR. I've known a few drinkers of that. Cold in Korea is nice. Man, I'm gonna strongly disagree with that. Cold anywhere is just not anymore for me. I got too many plates and screws and a titanium rod in my left femur to want anything to do with the cold. I used to love the cold. I used to love skiing and ice climbing and doing stuff like that. But yeah, now maybe not so many cold weather activities. Yeah, Jackson, that's what I was doing. Yeah, having the morning coffee. If you guys weren't here earlier, I busted out my I got my enamel steel Phobos Knives cup. We talked about it the other day, and I'm like, oh, I should have that. And then I've got this one here as well, which is sweet. And then this black one is the same as the red ceramic, but it's got too much coffee to tilt it that far. Yeah, 40 degrees where I'm at going to be 70. Yeah, it's either like Florida or southern Texas or something. Oklahoma. Venison eggs, home fries, toast, percolator coffee when boy gets up from giving pillow head. Yeah, Western New York, yeah. I'm turning 28 tomorrow and I'll be on CQ shift. Best birthday gift. Well, look on the bright side, man. If you're on CQ now, you got like you get off at 0800, you got 24 hours, you can tear it up, man. Especially being that tired, like sleep deprivation is going to save you money. You're going to be getting intoxicated like 10 times faster. And if you want to even save more on the bill, I recommend going into your drinking session with just a smidge of dehydration. That'll get you wrecked real quick. Um, no, that's probably some of the worst advice you can give on YouTube, right? There goes my views again. YouTube's gonna be like, you can't be saying that, man. Um, oh, I remember CQ. Oh yeah. The best part is when somebody's got like extra duty because they got Article 15 or something. That kind of just made it a little more entertaining. Yeah, unfortunately, the BC said no drinking for your like off duty on your birthday. No way, man. I would grab the first taxi and be like, Odyssey, straight to TDC, and then be like, I'll give you a good tip if you get there quick. Northeast states too cold. Yeah, I'm up in the north. I'm like smack dab in the middle of Northeast. Like I'm like right in New Hampshire where it's just man, we get like exceptionally crappy weather, even like compared to Maine and Vermont. I don't know. And then as if the weather isn't bad enough here, we got all the Massachusetts drivers that come up messing with the traffic. What could possibly go wrong, they say. Most people hate cold and snow. Yeah, I do love it, Nick. I used to love it even more, but yeah, now it's just the cold weather is painful weather for me. Like, yeah, just a couple of less than desirable landings, and it's a game changer. So yeah, it definitely changed quite a bit for me. Not one sips of alcohol, and I can't leave without. Oh yeah, so there. That's wow, boy, the army's changed, hasn't it? Yeah, upstate New York on Canadian border, 6 wind chill, -20. Yeah, I've been up there Watertown, Fort Drum. Yeah, man. Like there was no 3 day snow removal detail ever in any of the brochures my recruiter showed me. So yeah, man, I could have stayed in New Hampshire to shovel snow. Instead, you end up in upstate New York shoveling snow as well. Snow was great when I was a kid. When you have a snowmobile in Michigan, I think snow would be great even as an adult if you got a snowmobile. Yeah, there's a few guys that have those. Um, yeah, we have like two E7s in my company. So you're gonna make the third, or well, that's a nice thing. I mean, I don't know if like Korea used to be like a 1 year, like you were just really acclimatizing to everything, and then you're gone. So yeah, Nick has got the he's into the sleds. Um, OPL. Oh, okay. Yeah, county snowmobile trail cuts through my yard. There's a huge snowmobile and trail in northern New Hampshire. It goes from like the Canadian border all the way down through like Colebrook and then Berlin, Gorham. It's supposed to come all the way down to like Concord, central New Hampshire. I've never taken it that far. I've ridden the northern parts. It's like a nice quad three wheeler trail in the summer. In the winter, it's and there's a lot of restaurants and stuff. They'll leave part of their parking lot fresh snow. They won't plow, so the snowmobilers can like come right off the trail to the restaurant. It's pretty cool. I'm due for throttle therapy soon. Yeah, it's been a little bit too cold for your Gixxer there, huh? Holy cow, Pat! I saw a video on the new MTO9. I think I want one. I've been checking out the Tacomas, and the Tundras. I've been checking those out lately. It'll be a long time before I buy one, but I don't know why I've been checking them out, wanting to do like an overlanding deal. Yeah, something that'll off road, but something that doesn't, it'll be functional off road, but it doesn't have to be like oh, what do they call it? Like the boulder crawler type things or something. I wouldn't mind getting a quad. What is it? Those? Did you see those Polaris side by sides and stuff? Those are really cool as well. Oh, Joseph wants a Ford Ranger. Um, Pat, have you ever? How would you compare the Tundra to a Tacoma? Like I've owned a Tacoma, I've never owned a Tundra. I play on my quad now nowadays. Yeah, I do like those Polaris side by sides. I'd like to get something. I don't know. Mrs. Bushcraft and I can go up north with. There's some logging trails and all that. I'd kind of like to get a little more northern New Hampshire. Southern New Hampshire has been infested by Massachusetts. Like Massachusetts takes all of its less than desirables and just like puts them on a bus up to New Hampshire. They usually send them to like Nashua or Manchester, Concord. It's pretty disgusting. Massachusetts it needs some reform, but I won't go down that. That's going down that road. The politics road I'm trying to refrain from. But you just can't like how do you have that discussion like oh a lot of the wooded areas have been destroyed because Massachusetts sends all of its homeless people up to New Hampshire. And then New Hampshire ends up with a surplus of homeless people that are destroying the environment everywhere. It's so it affects bushcraft and survival and camping and all that stuff. Mine is just a Honda 440 EX Sport Tracks. Can-Am makes the Renegade 1000X. Sweet mother of mercy, I want one. I gotta check that one out, Nick. You gotta send me a picture of one or something. The Can-Am. Is that is that for off road or for street? Like I think that I've seen the Can-Ams, the street ones, they're like the reverse trikes. They got the two wheels in the front, one in the back, right? Or I might have that wrong. Some side-by-sides do almost 100 mile per hour, driving down the road in my state, no registration. But came with a four-wheeler. New York's a greasy state. Yeah. Yeah, I've spent my time in New York. I've lived in Ovid, New York, which is in the Finger Lakes region. I was up stationed at Fort Drum in Watertown. I've also lived out on Long Island, East Marches, Long Island. It's far enough from the cesspool where it feels pretty rural. It's not too bad out that way. There's actually some outdoor stuff to do reasonably, but man, everything is infested with ticks out there. Yeah, that's kind of my New York adventure. I've been a few other places, but just to visit in New York. But as far as where I've lived, um, yeah, the NY man, and it's weird because the vast majority of people, and myself included, like when you think New York, everybody just automatically thinks New York City. But like New York outside of New York City is great, and the only thing that ruins outside of New York City is New York City. Like it's like you've got like New York City down here, and you've got the rest of the state. Like we don't, and the rest of the state is just a funnel for money to go to the cesspool. And now I don't even want to know what's going on there with the new guy, the new mayor of New York City. Wow, what a mess that's turning out to be. Nobody's happy about that one. Yeah, Plum Island. Yeah, there are jacks. I just never liked that they were air cooled. Supposedly man-made ticks on Plum Island, and they got on the geese and spread throughout North America. Is that what it? Yeah, it's one of those an experiment gone wrong kind of thing. Is what's up with the ticks, and that's why there's such a huge percentage of them that have like Lyme disease and other stuff. That's what I've heard. And it wouldn't surprise me, like look at there's the Tuskegee experiment, there's MK Ultra, there's all kinds of goofy like what's that other government experiment gone wrong in 2020? I eventually got a 450 TRX, which I loved, and they don't make them anymore. I'm gonna go to bed. I really love your channel. Right on, Joseph. We appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, get some sleep, rest up, make sure you to stock up for CQ, man. I don't miss CQ. Yeah, back in the day that wasn't too bad. But yeah, man, have fun with it. Try to have some fun with it. And get some rest, man. Have some fun. We'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, we're still, as far as YouTube goes, we're still an extremely younger, relatively young channel. And so, yeah, we've got many years of these conversations, as well as much more planned in the future. So we'll definitely be around for a while, guys. What could possibly go wrong, right? I mean, you never really know. Anything's possible, but but Captain, I'm giving her all she's got. Yeah, so what else is going on? There's not too much. Got tonight's live at 8 p.m. Eastern. For those that want to tune into that. Yeah, it'll be another Phobos Friday. We'll bust out all. We pre-gamed it on Wednesday, so I think tonight's Phobos Friday ought to be the bomb. It's been a good time. Um, I'll do some more maintenance too. I gotta do some wax the scales, wax the blades, all that good stuff. Yeah, keep everything nice and maintenance. Yeah, if you build it, they will come, man. Yeah, that's the thing. And I really got to get into my long form, but I'm wanting that to be outdoors, like 100% outdoors, like camping. Like I kind of see it like split down the middle. Like lives are, like this is a great way to show gear. I love the tabletop platform. It's awesome. But so outdoor videos, long form videos are going to be outdoor adventures. And then, like you get a lot of questions. People ask like, oh, what's the knife you're carrying? What's this? What's that? And the tabletop is a great way to get that. But we're gonna Mrs. Bushcraft and I have been talking about how we can expand the channel. I'd like to get like a full setup like a lot of people have. I guess it just takes time and money and time and time I have, money I don't. But I'm hoping the money catches up to the time sooner than later. Average cost on a Phobos, I would say, is like 250 to 300. In that price range. Like with the most expensive one being like the tier one BC, I think those are like 321 or something on Phobos websites. And like 250, 240 or so for the tier one mini. Tier one mini is around 240 ish. And that depends on options, whether you get the satin finish PVD, carbon fiber versus McCarter G10 scales. So there's some variables in there. So I would say like 240 to 320, 330, 350, something like that. Yeah, no, it's all of his knives are very competitively priced. He's I mean the guy's retired. He's got the better part of 30 years of government service, 22 of it on active duty. Um so yeah, he does Phobos knives. It's a passion of his. And so he tries to keep everything affordable, like the highest quality craftsmanship materials you can get with at the best price. So that's a huge perk. I hope Miss B is yeah. Mrs. Bushcraft, yeah, she got up early this morning. She's got to work early. She won't be home until dinner time, so I'm at dinner with her and stuff. But yeah, overall she's doing pretty well. I mean, she deals with day to day life, and some days are better than others. Unfortunately, she's got to work for some people she has some people that work for her, however you want to do it, that just kind of make her day miserable sometimes. The over entitled, I want to sit around on my phone all day and make $800 an hour crowd. Um, yeah, there's some of those people at work, and yeah, she's in the management, so she has to deal with that on unfortunately a pretty frequent basis. But overall, she's doing pretty well. She's doing pretty well. She's in good spirits. Hey, we're grinding life, trying to make the best of whatever's going on. Um, yeah, and yeah, Eric Hansen is a disabled. Phobos Nice is a disabled veteran-owned business. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I support him to the level I do is because if if you can't support a disabled veteran-owned business, you might want to maybe you're just not an American, in my opinion. Oh, there goes a couple subscribers. But anyhow, yeah, hey, that's just my opinion, though. Like, I thoroughly, first and foremost, will always support a veteran-owned business. Assuming they got their shit together. You can't just be producing crap. But I don't know too many veterans that do that. So yeah, it's a disabled veteran-owned business. It's supporting American-made products. Everything is made here in the USA. And he cares about his product. He cares about his knives. He cares about um, whether or not you're happy with your purchase. So it's a win-win for everybody. It really is. And yeah, I bought a peculiar percolator that's veteran made on uh, Caledia's brand. Oh, we'll have to check that out, man. Ah, nice. I'm gonna check him out. I'll need one for my collection. Yeah, they're great knives. They really are. I've enjoyed them. They like I said. I bought my first Phobos knife in 2019, and that's how I ended up meeting Eric Hansen. And I've been running Phobos knives, nothing but ever since. And I don't plan to change it anytime soon. It's going to be my primary go-to knife for whatever. I've got enough of them, whether it's a EDC or a lightweight knife for hiking or something. I'm going to go out there and do some intentional bushcraft survival. Well, I don't know whatever the internet decides to agree on calling it nowadays is what I'll be doing. So um, yeah, I highly recommend him. He's an outstanding man in general. I've talked to him for quite a few like, dozens of hours probably, and yeah, just I like everything about what he's doing. My buddy Joe is retired career military, best taxidermist I've ever seen. A live New Hampshire memory tax Malone, New York. Joe's a great dude. His wife and kids too. Yeah, yeah, and that's what it is. I love all of like where you can talk to somebody. That's the best way to go. Like another company, it's not veteran owned, but it's Predator Tools out of New Jersey. They make a lot of digging tools for people that do metal detecting for a military EOD and recovery. I'm working some of his stuff in the bushcraft and everything. So I've been to Malone and Skid Titus Mountain. But yeah, yeah. So Predator Tools, another like yeah, it's Joe Leshy, like old school mom and pop shop. They've got a website and everything. Geez, man, his wife's name is Pam. She does the orders and everything like that. So I thoroughly enjoy businesses like that where, at some degree, I mean, like they have employees, whatever, but you know, you end up talking to the owner, learning a little bit of the history. Like Predator Tools has been in business for like 30 years. George Leshy has been cranking out like quality digging tools ever since then. They're worth a look see as well. Yeah, he's right across from Titus Mountain entrance across road from entry. Oh, that's cool. What a small world, huh? Um, yeah, like it's funny because I was randomly talking about stuff the other night, and the gentleman that's in here, it's working towards his E7, Joseph, that was talking earlier. Um, Come to find out, he's stationed in South Korea, the same place I was like 30 years ago. I was stationed at Camp Hovey in South Korea in 94, 95, and he just randomly ran across my chat. Well, we happened to be talking about that. That came up, and yeah, it's a small world, small world, man. But having said that, guys, we've been at it for yeah, definitely a little over 2 hours now. I'm gonna wrap it up because we're gonna be here again tonight. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Of course, B&A, Nick Martino, LC Buell was in here. Joseph Trapper was new here. He's also he was a 18 Charlie. He's a special forces guy as well. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. We definitely appreciate everybody being here. We will be back this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our full on official Phobos Friday. We've been running that for like 14 months now. So I'm excited about that. Building some longevity, yeah, that's a good feeling. But yeah, Slayer, you have an awesome day too. Um, Yeah, definitely pop in and mess with us tonight. We have fun. No doubt the trolls will be there and we'll return fire and we'll fire for effect. So, but yeah, guys, everybody have an awesome day. Some of you, I'll probably talk to you throughout the day as well. But yeah, you guys have an awesome day. We'll definitely talk to you soon. Yeah, Nick Martino. Yeah, yeah, Nick Martino, BNA. Yeah, the whole crowd is here. It's awesome. I definitely appreciate you guys. Yeah, without the community, a YouTube channel is just well, that's probably how a lot of troll channels start. But we will definitely see you guys on the next one. Everybody have an awesome day. Be well, be safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel, and we'll see you soon. Later, all.